Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to make this lovely Ankara top. So guys, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, press the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload a new video. Like and share this video. Thank you. Yeah, for my shoulder to my half length is I use 18 inches. For my shoulder to my waist is 18 inches. So I added extra 1 inches to make it 19 inches for the joining. So this is my shoulder measurement. I'll divide my shoulder measurement into two. What I have here is 8. So I'll be placing my 8 inches here. Determine the folding of your fabric is your shoulder measurement. So you just fold it based on your shoulder measurement. You can add extra allowance, although we don't need it. So just fold it based on your shoulder measurement. That's what I use in cutting out this fabric. So this is my shoulder, which is 18. I'll measure my neckline, which is 3 inches. Come here and take one inches for the shoulder sloping. My shoulder to my bust is 12 inches. I added half inches to it for the shoulder joining. So I have 12 and half here, which is my bust point, and this part is my waist measurement. So my bust measurement is 45 divided by 4. I have 11.25. So that 11.25, just fold it into 2 like this. Any measurement you have, you just place it here, which is the bust. So I'll be placing this my bust measurement. My waist measurement is 42. Divide by 4, I have 10.5. So I'll fold that 10.5. So I'll fold that 10.5 again. This is what I have. I'll place it here. So now I'll be connecting these lines together. This, and this. So this is what I have for the front. So we'll be cutting the front and the back together. So I will not cut exactly on this line. I'll just add extra half inches because we are going to open this side. This front side, we'll slit it open, and this other side, and we'll be joining both sides. So I'll just add half an inch to my measurement, then cut. So for the front neckline, I'll be using 3 inches. So this is my 3 inches. Okay, I'll just make it 3.5. Remember, we'll be joining this our shoulder with half an inch. So I'll be making it 3.5. So my neckline will be 3.5. Then I'll shape it out here. I'll just shape it out like this. Then the back shoulder, I'll be using 1 inch because we are going to join half inches away from it. So we'll be using 1 inch. So we'll be using 1 inch. So this is for the front and this is for the back. So I'll be cutting it out. I'll cut the back. Then I'll cut out the front. I'll be cutting this front part open. So remember, the front and the back are not equal. So this is the back. This is the back. And this is the front. This is the front. The front has opening at the front, as you can see. The measurement I have here, which is 19 inches, is what I have at the back. I remember the front and the back are not the same. So I'll reduce the length of the back to make it equal. So I'll place the front like this. As you can see, the excess. So it like this, you discover that the front will be shorter than the back, will be longer than the front, and it will not be very nice. It will not look too good. So we'll be trimming out this excess at the back. So we are done cutting. So I'll cut exactly like this for the lining. I'll use the material for the lining. So I'll cut exactly like this and also like this for the lining. So I'll be cutting out our 360-degree peplum. So I'll fold my fabric into 2, Then I fold it again into 4, as you can see. So I'll be dividing my waist measurement by 6.28. So 42 divided by 6.28, I have 6.6. So I will just approximate it to 7 inches. So that is what I'll be taking as my waist circumference here. So I'll be taking 7 inches. The length of the blouse is 26 inches. So 26 inches minus 18 inches, which is the upper part of the top, I have 8 inches. So I added extra 1 inches to make it 9. So this is my 7 inches and this is my 9 inches. So first of all, I have to draw out my waist circumference, which is 7 inches, like this. I'll draw it all the way around. My waist circumference, which is 7 inches. Then I'll be measuring out the length of the peplum, which is 9 inches. So I'll measure it all the way around. So the next thing I'll be doing now is to cut out. So this is my peplum. I've cut it, as you can see. So this is the full circle peplum. So I'll be opening one part of the peplum. This part will be at the middle, at the center front. This part will be at the center front. So I will just shape it out. I'll give it like a shape, like a curve. I'll just curve it like this. Then I'll cut out. What I have here now, this is my peplum. I got my ST on my peplum, as you can see. This is my lining too. I also did this. I use paper stay on the lining. So this is my back pattern. You can see this is the back. And also cut the same thing with the fabric. I'll be using it to turn the back. I'll be using it to turn the back like this. So this is the front, as you can see. I also got my ST on it. I also cut out the same thing I have here. So I'll be using it to turn the main fabric. What I'll do is to join. So I will join this part, this place. I'll join it straight down. Then I'll also join this other side. So I'll be turning it out from the bottom part. I will do the same thing for the other side. So as you can see, I'm done sewing. I've sewn this part and this other part. So the next thing I'll do, I will notch it like this. I'll notch it round. Then I'll turn it inside out. I'll bring it out from this part. So as you can see, I'm done turning the front part. So the next thing we'll be doing is to join the shoulder. So you take one piece of the back. So this is the back. You take one piece like this. Remember, this is the neckline. We are going to be fixing our collar on this part. So you place it like this on the back. Then take the other side of the back, place it like this. So you can see we sew it all the way down like this, together with the front. We sew it like this, straight down. Then when you get to this part, you sew it down. So we'll be sewing the shoulder and the back together. So we sew like this, then sew this part down. Don't sew, please, don't sew this other side. This part, you shift it inside. You shift this part inside, then you sew like this. You sew it all the way down. After that, you do the same thing for the other side. So I'm done sewing, as you can see. You can see the front inward. So the next thing I'll do now, I'll just reduce some of the excess on this part. Then I'll notch it. After notching it, I'll turn it inside out. So you can see. So the next thing I'll be doing, I'll give it a very nice press. So while doing that, I'll also join my peplum. So I'll be joining the peplum now. You can add your Emmy gum on the bottom when sewing, or you can just sew it like that, then top stitch it. So I'm sewing from here. Sew this cuffed part, we'll sew it to the other side. Then top stitch the bottom of the flay. After that, you give it a very nice press. Iron it very well. Then top stitch this upper part of the peplum. So that's what we'll be doing now. So I'm done sewing my peplum, as you can see. So I've turned it with the lining and I've stitched it on the waist side. You can see how neat it is. Then this is the upper part. You can see the front. So this is it. You can see the shoulder neatly joined. So this is the front. So the next thing we'll be doing now. So this is my band. The measurement I have here is my waist measurement. My waist measurement is 42. So I added extra 1 inches, making it 43. And the length of the band is 3.5. So I got my ST on it and I folded it into two like this. So the next thing I'll be doing, I'll take it to my sewing machine. I will sew it like this. I will sew this part up like this. Sew the other part also. I will seal it up like this. Then I'll turn it inside out. Then I'll use my machine to just run a basic stitch. Just seal it up all the way down. So as you can see, I've sewn my band. You can see it. So the next thing we'll do is to join everything together. So I'll take my peplum like this. I'll notch the middle. I'll notch the middle of the peplum. Then this my top. This upper side, I'll also notch the middle of the back. I'll notch the middle. Then my band, I'll also notch the middle of the band. So now we'll be sewing everything together. So you get your peplum. So this is the notch part. You take the notch part of the band, you place it like this. Then I'll place my back pattern on it like this. I'll place it like this. Then you can pin down. Just pin it down. So as you can see, I've pinned the upper part, as you can see, the band and the peplum together. This is the back part. Then we'll go to the front. You can sew this first. You can sew this down. So now I'll be placing the front part. This is the back, as you can see. So the front, you have to take your time to do this. The front part. So I'll place it like this. This is the peplum, this is the band, and this is the front part. I'll pin it down and I'll also do the same thing for the other side. Then I'll sew. So as you can see, I'm done. So as you can see, I'm done attaching the band. So this is what we have, as you can see. So this is what we have. So the next thing we'll do now, we'll just top stitch it like this. We'll top stitch it on the upper part, or you use your Emmy gum. If you don't want to top stitch, you can use your Emmy gum like this. You place it here, arrange it properly. You place it like this, then you use your pressing iron to just iron it down. So the next thing we'll be doing now is to cut the collar. You take the measurement of the neckline. Take the measurement of the neckline like this. So what I have here is 17 inches. So that's in this collar stay. This is the shiny part that gums. So this is the part that has the gum. You can see. So the first thing I'll do, I'll just cut out like this, not in a straight line. So I've cut out the collar. So I'll divide my 17 inches into two. I have 8.5. So this is my 8.5. So I'll just mark it. Length of your collar. The length of the collar I'm using is 1 inch. So I'll just measure 1 inch like this. 1 inch like this, then cut it out. I'm done connecting. So the next thing I'll do is to cut it out. This is the collar, as you can see. You can see the shape. So I will just shape out to this side. I'll just give it a nice curve here. So this is it. So I'm done cutting the collar. So I'll just get my fabric like this. Then take this shiny part, place it like this. Then use my iron to just iron it down. So I'll iron it down. So I'm done with the ironing. So the next thing I'll do, I'll just trim it out. I'll leave like half an inch like this. Just fold this part inward like this. I'll just iron it like this. Then I'll get another fabric like this. This is the front. I'll place it like this. I'll sew like this, straight down. Then I'll stop on this side. Don't sew on the collar stay. Just sew very close to the collar stay like this. Fold this like this. Sew like this on the edge of the collar stay. Then sew it all the way to this part. So this is what we have. I'm done sewing it, as you can see. I've done sewing it. So the next thing I will just trim out. So the next thing I'll do now, I'll trim out this excess on this part. And also on this part, I'll just leave out some inches here. So let me trim it out. So this is how I trim it out. You leave out some inches here. So I will turn it inside out. So this is what I have for my collar. So this is what I have. So I'll take my dress like this, then place it like this. So first of all, sew this part. I'll sew this part down like this. I'll sew this part down all the way around. Then after sewing, it will be like this. Then I'll close it with this other side. Then top stitch both of them together. So I'm done joining it, as you can see. So I'll be sewing this part. I'll sew it down like this to cover this part like this. So I'll sew it all the way down. So I'm done fixing the collar, as you can see. I'll fix the collar. So I'll take my hook and eye. Then I'll fix it on this part. So I'll be fixing it here. I'll fix this one inward like this. Then I'll fix this one outside. I'll fix this one on top of this place. So I'll use my needle and thread to sew it. This is the only rough edges we have. So you take it to your weaving machine and just weave it. So let me sew the hook and eye on it.